January 23rd. Hi, folks on the internet. My name is Nathan Greg Allen. In a couple hours, I might be able to afford the hotel room. I've been homeless. I've been in this hotel room for over 8 days. Why? Well, we'll get to that real quick. Um, by the way, so so my parents, more or less, obviously exaggerated, bent the truth, and said that I was crazy. I was a danger to myself and others on a petition to a mental hospital called Desert Vista in Mesa, Arizona, or Phoenix, Arizona. I don't remember the addresses. But anyway, the police came and grabbed me. Their crisis unit. They confiscated my firearm. They took all my weapons. Um, Apparently, Teresa Allen and her husband Greg Allen filled out this petition. My parents, believing I was a danger to myself and others, and believe I was going to do something stupid. Clearly, guys, I'm not crazy. I'm not on any meth. Obviously don't drink alcohol. I have a seizure disorder which I take medication for. I don't have anger management issues. No, this is just because I own a firearm and they disagree with it politically and they have an irrational fear of firearms. Um, but anyway, so on the 4th of January, they took me and put to Community Bridges Psych Ward and had me under observation. The provider who addresses the complaint, acts as the intermediary between the mental hospital Desert Vista. They didn't show up till Monday, and so I was stuck in that psych ward and almost out of seizure medication, Lavectrum, the generic equivalent of Keppra, for about 6 days. That's more than 72 hours of observation, folks. It's not first come, first serve. It's when they get to you. No. And then when that didn't work, when I got out on the 10th, they dropped me back off at the house, and the old man, Greg, screamed at me, "Do you have any guns on you? Do you have any guns on you? Do you have any guns on you?" Clearly, the police still have my Walther PPQ not in 9mm locked up in inventory. Clearly, my friend still has all my weapons in my backpack. Oh, by the way, never on the petitions and the court order protection, they forgot this little detail. See that little card? That's the Arizona Concealed Weapons Permit. Yeah, I can't be crazy and I can't have a criminal record and be over the age of 21 and have any mental issues to get this. You can't fake this, folks. And yes, DPS have my police, have my fingerprints and all that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they failed to mention that, and I also have the Pennsylvania license to carry firearms. Oh, by the way, they were very inquisitive in trying to ask about a certain somebody I had a relationship with who is in Federal Witness Protection Program. They kept prying me for that. You don't want that information, folks. You don't want this albatross stuck over your head. Believe me, you don't. But regardless, they think I'm paranoid because I believe there's people after me. Yeah, there are people. People in that said incident that occurred between 2009 and 2010ish in Pensacola, Florida. Oh no, it's not like in the movies, folks. The government doesn't always get all the bad guys. 3 are still at large. I don't know where. I don't know when and if they still have an interest in me in particular. What I do know is all I can do is train and defend myself and guard myself. But I can no longer do that because Greg and Teresa Allen made me homeless and prohibited possessor with an order of protection. Guys, it clearly states on the order, I have no criminal record. I have no history of domestic violence. And if I didn't reiterate this earlier, Greg said when I got out that on the 10th, he said, I'll call the cops again. I'll petition to have you thrown in the psych ward again. Whatever it takes to get you out of this house. Whatever it takes, You mean, would whatever it takes include, I don't know, lying to officials to a mental institution, to a Mesa East Justice Court judge, clerk. That is in the realm of possibility. Clearly, there's a motive, not only to make me homeless and get me out of the hair extrajudiciously, but to disarm me. Unfortunately, because I'm on an SSI check, and they kicked me out while I was trying to save money to get a place of my own. I'm broke. I can't afford. I can't afford a civil litigation attorney. Which, by the way, guys, if you want to do pro bono, you want to make a name for yourself, how about damages and pain and suffering? I'm about to be homeless in a couple hours if I can't scare up the money with a certain somebody. And by the way, for all you people who think the instant gratification stuff, who think homeless shelters are always open, no, most of them around here won't take you because most of them are geared for people who have drug problems and alcohol problems. They don't take people on SSI or fixed income. There's like maybe one, but Osmore Manor and Phoenix, but they're all full. Okay? They have limited bed space. It's not first come, first served basis. There's not always a bed available. Okay? You know, the adults, you little kids who think that there's always fresh beds in a homeless shelter available, you're wrong. You're wrong. Stop assuming you know how the system works. Until you know you've been through the system, you can't say jack squat. You can't. You're going on hearsay, and you're going on assumptions, and that's going to cause problems. Oh, but the Mormon Church will help you out. No, they're not helping me out. And no, Deseret Industries does not train you on new skills, nor do they provide a roof over your head. They haven't done anything like that since the late 90s, early 2000s. Sorry. That's more propaganda. This is myth versus reality. Reality, I'm about to be homeless. Reality, I've called all the shelters and all the resource programs around here. They can't help me, or their phone's no longer working. Yeah, don't you just love the social safety net the government always said is going to be there for you? No, it's not always going to be there for you. But hey, if anybody's offering a roof over my head, I'm not going to be violent. I'm not going to have my way with you or anything like that. I just need a roof so I can get reconstituted and situated. By the way, HUD is affected by the government shutdown. Thank you. I don't blame President Trump. No, I blame Chuck and Nancy. And all the other commie Democrats. And even though temporarily I reside in Greg Stanton's district, I doubt he'd help me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if any of you guys want to contact me, if my phone's still working, cell number 814-715-5522. If any lawyer wants to get on this and make a name for themselves, have their 15 minutes of fame, get the media involved, yeah. The NRA's not helping me. Gun Owners of America's not helping me. Yeah, basically a bunch of liberal snowflake parrots used the system to extrajudiciously turn me into a prohibited possessor, even though I've had a CCW since 2016 in this state and 2014 in another state in the Northeast. I'm just down on my luck. I have committed no crimes. I don't want to commit a crime. I have no encouragement to do meth. I've already seen on a 6-day basis at Community Bridges what meth does to people. But I'm pretty much broke at this point. So I'm reaching out. Anybody has a heart, any lawyer wants their 15 minutes of fame to get some street cred, you want to share in the lawsuit and go for the max? By all means. You want your attorney's fees and court costs? Go for it. You pretty much have over a 90% chance of winning. You're just going to have to take a chance with me. This is going up on YouTube. This is going up on Twitter. Thank you. Oh, by the way, anybody, if anybody's biblical, I suggest you go read the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 31 through 47. You know, it deals with Christians who did and did not treat their fellow man. I don't have time to read it at this point, but goes along the lines when the Son of Man or whatever shall return, etc., etc. You know, I was a hungered, you fed me. I was a drunkard, you gave me drink. You know, I was in prison, you came to see me. I was a stranger, you took me in. Welcome to the kingdom where there. And then you have all the hypocrites he's pointing at too, and he's like, but Lord, Lord, we professed your name. He's like, hey, you didn't, I was a hungered, you never fed me. I was thirsty, you never gave me drink. I was a prisoner, you never came to see me. I was a stranger, and you never took me in. Yeah, that falls under Greg and Tree Salad. By the way, Mormon Church in the Meadow Green Ward, these people are that crazy, and in a proverbial excrement hits the fan situation, they have no firearms. They believe in living in a gun-free and a weapon-free zone in their house. How are you going to protect all that food you're hoarding when there's no law enforcement to depend on? Think about that. Guys, Greg also has a history of physically abusing me when I was younger and my siblings, and took no professional counseling for it. And he's a bully and probably has I'm not a history diagnosed, but I suspect or allege bipolar and anger management issues. Well, obviously control freak issues and obsessive compulsive disorder triggers rather easily. Yeah, guys. I wouldn't trust. I can't say what your protocols are, but if I were you, I would have them dismissed from their callings as a stake member and Relief Society president. I wouldn't want to be having those people put in any position. You don't want to control. You don't want to give a control freak more power and authority. You actually want to give them less. Thanks. Have a good day.